It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
brings up third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Set. 19.
This is Deontay Foreman, a man who missed nearly all of 2018. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 44-yard line.
You're set. 19. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 37. Check 37.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Watson just beating the play clock. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. About guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it, baby.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Nice, sweetheart.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
180. 115.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football as they've got it second down and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They run it here with Gordon. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
We're okay. 390. Buffalo one.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. The give is to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
19.
On the toss, here's Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Foreman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, set, 180.
But, you got to get the point. Get on the point right here. Watch 17, watch 17. I'm trying to collect. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Alpha!
On 3rd down, Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Allen, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, Brown 80.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. Flushed out right. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
First and 10. At their own 41-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now he steps away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 20. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
31's the mic.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The 16-yard line.
Go.
Here's Watson now on second down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
I think the smarter coach.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers, and this one complete to Virgil Green. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's got a man, it's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
I got you. I got you.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, Watson going for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
15.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
You're on a click.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He wasn't ready.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Spinning away, gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Left. Behind.
From the gun, Rivers, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 28-yard line.
We're set. 19.
Hey, watch the lane.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
That
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We got to wedge that, huh? All day, baby, all day. 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Check 41. Who that?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Left.
To throw again, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. We're okay. Set. 180.
I got you.
Buffalo one.
41 Mike. 41.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Check tight end. Check tight.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Load it.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. Extra point by Badgley up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. In your face. SOS.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 25.
Again to Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott, 63 yards. And the Texans add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
41's the mic. Check.
Hey, wahoo!
I'm here all day.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
41 mic. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, easy.
41 mic.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey, here I come.
Run 80.
There we go. 37's the mic. Mic 37. All day, just like
Bravo.
Just like that.
Hey,
From the gun, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
hey, Delta. Wait, 89.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and that'll bring up second down.
Block 11!
Watch the screen. Pass.
Cluster, cluster, cluster!
Throwing again. Rivers. He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. 22 yards there, a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Five. Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Get him, get him, get him.
First down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Reset! 19!
Watch the run, watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing now, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike, 49. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
25! Line him up!
Here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
They're 180. Hey, bro, 80.
55 to Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Q.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Hey, seam 6. Mike.
Rivers on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
To throw, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
It's our field.
Hey, exit.
Fourth down, Rivers. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, 79.
To the air again here, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Orange 5-4.
On second down, Rivers again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Travis Benjamin. Incomplete. Let's hear it.
The Chargers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Red Delta.
55's my guy.
Rivers again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Chargers 17.